What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of a Low Luxury Archive. And if you've been watching, you know that we are on a deep dive into the Demna Gvasalia Balenciaga archives. We're here with another piece, and let me tell you, it's a cool one because, well, you take a look at this, and you might be saying, that's just a black t-shirt. What are we doing archiving a black t-shirt? No. No, it is much more than a black t-shirt, because this t-shirt is also a car mat. Yeah, Demna's just kind of on one here. He's having a grand old time. It's got a little strappy, it's got a car mat, it's got a logo, it's got some zippers, and yeah, this thing is about as wild as it gets. So let's see where this thing came from. Yo. Before we get too much further, subscribe to the channel. I make tons of luxury and streetwear content. And also, if you're looking for deals on luxury and streetwear, check the description. I've got some of the best sites with all authentic stuff. Check it out. All right, so here we are on our favorite website, the Balenciaga Vogue runway site. And this was an interesting one because I wasn't sure exactly what collection this piece was from. I knew on the piece it said 2017, so I was looking around, that era, and I couldn't see it. And it turns out they didn't actually show this piece on the runway, and I'll show you why I think that is. So I did some Googling and found out that the piece is listed as being from the Fall 2017 show. But if you're familiar with Balenciaga runway shows, you'll know that almost every piece that Demna puts out is covered in some sort of like crazy outerwear. He is an outerwear fiend. Almost every piece has a jacket of one kind or another. So here's my theory, is that our t-shirt is under one of these pieces of outerwear here. So it's just not shown on the runway. But why am I so confident in that? Well, if you take a look at something like this, you'll see that that skirt looks a little bit familiar here. And if we go down to like the details section, let's see if we can get some close-ups here. Like we've got a similar strap going around on this piece. Yada. Boom, here we go. So we take a look at these skirts. They're car mat skirts, right? That's just what they are. Like take a look at it. It looks just like our piece. So we can see that he was playing with that car mat motif in this collection. So I think it's a safe bet. Here it is again in green, same snaps and everything. So I think it's a safe bet that our t-shirt is under one of these pieces here. But as you know, in this series, we like to mimic the runway look. So I've got to, just take some inspo from some of these looks to put ours together. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but it's just an interesting problem to think about and to solve. But this is the collection it came from, the Balenciaga Fall 2017 car mat collection. What a wild one. So since we kind of have our pick of the litter here, I think I'm going to try recreating this, because this is a very similar piece. It has the strap. It even looks like it has a bit of a back attachment here. So we're going to go with this like black, gray, magenta color scheme here. And I also like that it's very simple. It'll really let our t-shirt shine. So let's go with this one. All right, so now that we know that, I think it's time to look at the details of this piece. All right, so the front of our shirt here, definitely not the selling point. It's a nice black t-shirt, very, very soft. I will tell you that much. This thing is stupid soft. But let's get the basics done here. So this is from the era when they were still using the stretched out logo, but without the dot before Paris. So this collection, this is what that tag is going to look like. Again, later on, they scrunched that main logo print up and got rid of the Paris. This was a women's runway piece, so it's tagged as a size 40, which is like a women's medium large. I'd say for a women's wear piece, this is an oversized fit. But for men's, it actually fits really well as like a men's small medium, I would say. Again, these are the older tags, which are more like crinkly, less glossy. Again, that old logo print right there, 2017, that tells what collection it's from. And As I mentioned, Balenciaga makes their stuff all over the place. This one, in this case, Tunisia, right? Interesting. And I mean, I guess maybe Tunisia has great experience making car mats. You know, maybe that's it. As for materials, the shirt itself is cotton. No surprises there, but I'm curious about this car mat here, which is viscose, polyamide, and elastane. So it's got that stretch. That makes a lot of sense here. All right, there's not too much else to note at the front here, but you will see we've got this strap that comes with it, and that will go around the car mat from the back and loop around the front here, as we can see, and then that will snap around the other side of this. So it gives you like a nice cinch, kind of like bondage look. As for the back, of course, we've got to have that branding, again, in that kind of like more stretched out print. And then you've got the car matting itself. Man, this is crazy. You can see it's kind of like ribbed, lined all the way around. These big, bold metal snaps here, right? So that would go, this strap would go around the back, pop in right there. And that's like a nice matte black there as well. You've got a nice asymmetry to the actual mat itself, as you can see. Kind of like, almost looks like it's dripping or something like this. Then you can see the outside of this is like a matte black, more kind of rough. But then the inside is a little bit glossier and like a softer kind of foam look or something. At both shoulders, these do zip. So we got one there and one over there. So you could unzip this and turn it into pretty much a plain black t-shirt, but I'm just not really sure why you'd want to do that. If you were to look inside here, you would see that these are Lampo zippers, which is actually what Moncler used for their coats for a long, long time. So yeah, you know, you gotta respect Demna. The man's a fiend. He can't just make a simple t-shirt. Well, he can, and he makes a lot of money off of him. But I respect that he also tries to reinvent the wardrobe staples sometimes like this. Okay, now that we have checked out all of those details, we gotta try this on, and not just try it on, but try to put together a fit inspired by the runway look. But again, we have a lot more leeway here because we couldn't actually see this piece in the runway look. So yeah, let's throw something together. So we've got our base kind of t-shirt here. That's our staple piece. And actually to match this runway look, I have the perfect pants because I've got these like magenta, naked, and famous denim jeans. As for the shoes, I definitely do not own any like gray knit pumps or whatever those were in the runway look. So to match that magenta, baby blue Prada boat shoes. America's Cup baby blue boat shoes. Yeah, that's a mouthful, but like that's what we got. And I think the color story actually works here. So let's throw it together and see what happens. So when I said earlier that this was a super soft t-shirt, I was not lying. Like earlier Balenciaga t-shirts, now they've gotten a bit stiffer, I've noticed, but the 2016, 2017 ones are like crazy, crazy soft. So that's really nice, especially because all that weight of the car mat kind of turns it into a bit of a mock neck. Like the neck really grabs you tight. So if you don't like that feeling, this piece may not be for you. But I think it's really cool. I like how when you belt it, it almost flares out the bottom of the shirt into more of like a skirt or something. But then when you leave it unbelted, it's just a nice oversized t-shirt. Like this, it fits like a men's medium, maybe even a large, in between a medium and a large, I would say. So it's perfectly wearable just as a t-shirt, but with this like crazy attachment in back. I think this is just like another proof point that Demna is an absolute madman, and he's just been on like a consistent heater in his time at Balenciaga. And even the t-shirts, in some cases like this, have something worthwhile to look at and an interesting, unique design element. Like this is stuff that Demna was doing in a high luxury sense, while Virgil was doing it in a kind of streetwear sense at Off-White around this same era. So you're kind of playing in both these luxury and streetwear realms here. So I think this is a great piece to archive, if only for that purpose. So that is the Balenciaga car mat t-shirt. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that. take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.